live here with Team Vi versus Team First Team Best Team. Got our match going on here. Going to be a big event on what happens in playoffs. Excited for this game to see where it pans out a little bit. Sebastian, I gotta advertise it, so it'll be 1 second.
All right, that's good. So we're pretty much in the season where every single W counts. These teams are going to be really looking to make a stand, especially for seeding purposes in playoffs, because both of these teams have a really big, they both have a really big view into the playoffs here. They're about the middle of the pack, so any wins that they can get under their belt can really help them out in the postseason. So here we're already in picks and bans, and we're getting a first ban Syndra coming out from Team Vi, and a first ban Lux coming out from, I believe this is the Comeback Kids?
Alright. No, this is Team Vi versus First Team Best Team.
First Team Best Team, okay.
Vi versus First Team Best Team. Yep. Second monitor's rolling now. I am actively involved in chat. So that's nice. I got some Chinese food on the way, Sebastian.
Sounds good, dude.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. So we're getting the second ban here. Second ban coming out from Team Vi is going to be Varus. StarCraft was putting in some work against... I'm sorry, he was putting in some work last game with that Varus, especially with the lethality build. Lethality being absolutely broken nowadays in the jungle, in the top lane, and pretty much anywhere you can build lethality is a lane that you're pretty much going to win. So really good ban there from Team Vi, and a second ban Rumble coming out from first team best team. That's
I think these all for the most part just kind of like focus bans. Like they banned Syndra because they know Mike plays that a lot. They ban Lux because they know Dylan can play that. Varus. All these are kind of just general target bans. I know Frontline has been playing a lot of Rumble lately, so I know that's something he's considering. Yep. Yo, can you turn me down a little bit on your stream? I'm pretty loud.
Are you? Yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
And then you can try talking in a second here.
Okay. I'm gonna put you down to 40%. Okay. All right, go ahead and talk.
All right. So then the first pick, Twitch coming out. I was talking to Sadistic about this the other day. He is a big Twitch player. He loves his Twitch, so he's gonna be hyped that he got that because that's his, his favorite champion.
Yeah, definitely, and he put in some really great work on the Twitch last time he was able to bring it out, really punishing the team with his great positioning and the rat-a-tat-tat ultimates really coming through. So they're definitely team what is this, Comeback Kids? No, First Team Best Team is going to really
get your act together, Sebastian.
I'm really sorry, dude. I just got on. So First Team Best Team is really going to have to try and neutralize that Twitch ASAP, because a Twitch has such assassination potential in the late game if he can get his positioning right. And Sadistic isn't a slouch when it comes to that. He played a really good Misfortune game where Misfortune is a really big positioning champion as well. So he can definitely play the part.
Yeah, I just think the biggest thing right now is I'm glad they put Gert on Alistar because it is one of his best champions, so that they got that early support that they know they're confident in, and they have the Graves. I assume is for the jungle. I guess just the biggest thing that is kind of Team Vi got their Twitch, and that's something that Sadistic puts a huge favor into. That is his best champion. He's told me. So they get the Twitch, and now they have a Hecarim. So already their team composition is pretty strong. I mean, right there by itself, Twitch Hecarim. I mean, now if you get something like, I don't know, is Poppy banned?
No.
Poppy top. Oh my gosh. See, this is just turning into a solid team comp so far. So now you choose your top, Maokai, Poppy with the Oriana and Hecarim. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. And because now they already know their support, so that Alistar doesn't necessarily have a lot of peel. I mean, it has its peel, but it's more of an engagey support, and they have like an engagey team. So,
Right, and also speaking of that, Team Vi can just as easily go with something like a Tom Kench to really just neutralize all the engage that Alistar has, or something else like maybe a Janna as well to really disengage to have a little bit of a better time in lane, and then that way they have the possibility of the engage with the Hecarim and the possible Poppy that's going to come out from Front Lash. As well as the disengage option in case things get really hairy from something like a John or a Tom Kench. So I'm really hoping Merriman can play a disengage type support here to really round off the team, or maybe even a Karma. Maybe a Karma to just sort of position around a little bit more, get those shields onto his teammates, and land some stuns whatever they're needed.
Yeah, I just think that so far, Team Vi has the superior comp, but we see the Katarina Caitlyn come out, so that's Alistar, Caitlyn, Katarina. That's a pretty decent comp right there. Gonna see how they round that off with their jungler. Oh, they pick Graves already?
They already picked
Yeah,
Graves.
they did. So you assume that's Graves jungle. So Graves jungle, Caitlyn, Alistar bottom with, yeah. So that's a decent composition right there. I mean, that's okay. You're gonna maybe want more, a pretty big front line as your top laner, but I guess we'll see what happens there. And then see, there it is, that Poppy. It just rounds off the comp very well. Something Front Lash is good at too. He's a good Poppy player, dude. This is Team Vi is getting have their serious composition going on right now.
Absolutely, they just have all their comfort picks. Front Lash has the Poppy. Really, really well known for the Poppy. I was on the receiving end of that Poppy the first time that we played against them, and I just absolutely got destroyed in that game. General Dill, his Oriana is no slouch. He can hit 3-4-man ultimates. Sir Everett's on a Hecarim that just really rounds out that sort of composition. And then you have Sadistic, who's really, really comfortable on the Twitch, who's his best champion. Team Vi just got all their picks that they wanted at this point. I'm really not sure what first team, best team was really looking into in this pick ban phase. But I mean, you gave Front Lash the Poppy, and you're giving Sadistic the Twitch. Just those two picks in general, it could spell absolute disaster just in the pick and ban phase alone.
So it's Alistar.
Wait, is that that's a Rise top?
Oh gosh.
I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think.
This is going to be interesting.
I don't know how that lane is gonna work. I'll be honest.
So is Alistar their only tank? Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Who's their mid laner?
Katarina.
Who's their top
mid lane.
I see.
Top.
Rise, Katarina.
Yeah.
I forgot about Katarina. Oh well, we'll see how that works out. That's a lot of damage, though. My gosh, a lot of AP damage.
Yeah.
Who's their AD carry?
It's Caitlyn. StarCraft on Caitlyn isn't exactly.
That's an interesting team. It might be hard to get past a Hecarim, Oriana, Poppy, but I mean, granted that the Poppy stun and stuff, and she can W block the Katarina. Other than that, they don't really have a lot of ways to stop the Cat ult. I mean, Oriana ultimate, Heck knockback, stuff like that. But I mean, overall, I think she's could potentially have a good route. If you watch out for the Poppy ultimate already being used and the stun into the wall. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. They just have a lot of pick potential, to be completely honest. And it can be a pick potential from a single target or
I keep forgetting about Thresh. Thresh will screw her too. Yeah, I mean, it really, they do have that single target opportunity there on the right side to kind of just, if Rise can get a snare or something like that, or Gert can get a pick somewhere. But I mean, Team Vi have such a well-rounded team comp. My gosh. Yeah, what are you thinking coming out of Champ Select here? Who are you thinking looks to be the superior team,
I mean,
and why?
I had to give it to Team Vi at this point. I mean, like I was saying earlier, Front Lash on the Poppy, and you got Sadistic on the Twitch. You know that those are two picks that you have to shut down, and you have to shut down pretty quickly early on. But I mean, Twitch will eventually scale once he gets into that 2 or 3 item margin, and then Poppy will eventually just tank all the way up to the point where I don't think Caitlyn could be dealing that much damage, especially if the Hecarim and the Orianna are able to get their combo off, and plus you still have the general AOE power from the Orianna. So I'm honestly gonna have to give it the late game wise. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Team Vi. Early game wise, if first team best team can really put their foot on the gas as early as possible, they will have a chance. They have a really good chance of winning this. But it just all depends if Symphonia can get pretty up there, can get pretty fed on that Katarina. So Dobrosius is probably going to be somewhere in the mid lane trying to make sure that Katarina gets a couple of kills under her belt. And they also have to watch out for the wards as well, because Katarina's really good at roaming as well. So it's not only the lane, but it's also if Symphonia can pull out a couple of kills on the side lanes as well to try and really get up there really fast. Metro Falco, I don't know how exactly he's going to be going against this Poppy. He does have the range, he has the overload combo and whatnot, but late game that's not really going to matter. Once Poppy gets a lot of health items as well as the Spirit Visage under her belt, I mean, Ryze is just not going to be able to tank her down. I mean, she just becomes an absolute monster in the tank division. Hecarim as well, especially. I know a lot of Hecarims are going Triforce first, but they do eventually get very, very bulky. So maybe they're looking for Ryze as more of a utility pick in the late game rather than trying to dish out damage. And hopefully Dobrosius, because he is a lethality champ, will be able to sustain a lot of that damage that the Ryze couldn't. But yeah, honestly speaking, I gotta give the better team comp right now to Team Vi. What are you thinking, Greg?
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, just a lot of those reasons there. I think another one too is that Orianna does really well into teams that are squishy. First team, best team really have a single tank. I mean, Gert is support tank. So if Dill can get a lot of those shockwaves off on the back line, that'll pretty much 100 them. The R, the W, and the E all and the Q all together. So at the same time, if they can just get a really really strong Dill ultimate off, it'll just I don't know. I think it's going to be honestly hard to kind of counter that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that threat. But Katarina does have the mobility aspect.
Rush the back line if he gets ahead.
Yeah.
I just think I think they just need a little more beef. It's just, the team you're going against just has so much kind of dive potential that you kind of want to have someone in the front to be able to tank all of it. But who knows? I mean, they could make some pretty cool plays with the Ryze Warp or something like that.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Ryze just seems as more as a utility pick here rather than a champion that will be able to dish out a lot of damage. I mean, he will if he gets his full combo off, but I'm really going to be looking for Metro Falco to be a little bit beefier, maybe the Rod of Ages, Rallies build, just so that way he doesn't get outright bursted during the late game, because they will need that utility later on. But yeah, I mean, it just seems really disorganized, because you have a lot of the pick potential from the Ryze with the Runic Prison and whatnot and the Overload combo. But at the same time, you have the Katarina, who more or less does the same and tries to assassinate the one person. But on the side of Team Vi, you have a lot of CC that you just can't ignore. I mean, you have the Hecarim, who can pretty much shove Katarina out of her ultimate.
I mean, that's exactly it. Is they just have so much dive potential to get to your carries. I mean, Poppy Ori alone, not even including Hecarim, is just enough to get through that front line. Being able to have that hacker room now just adds that other layer onto top of it. I mean, that's the problem, is that first team, best team has the Alistar to Peel, but he's kind of their only engage. I mean, other than a Rise snare, really the only way they're going to get into fights is Gert. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play around that. Do they have him peel off the Hecarim? Do they have him engage and just go for it? So we'll see how they play that off, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, it just really depends if, like I was saying earlier, it just really depends if first team, best team can put their foot on the gas early and, try and make something happen, 10, 15 minutes in the game without overextending. Maybe the Katarina can roam up in the top lane before Poppy gets a lot of her tank items and can help the Rise, especially early, because a Poppy that's behind is the best case scenario here for the Rise, especially early. So, maybe roaming around in the top lane. In the bot lane, I don't really see... Twitch doesn't have a lot of damage early, so I could maybe see him go to the bot lane and try to get a clean double kill from the Twitch and the Thresh early game. But it just really depends. Right now, it just really depends on first team, best team, and their pacing and just their general pacing of the game in the first 5 to 10 minutes. So that's what I'm going to be looking for from if I'm first team, best team. And meanwhile, on the side of Team Vi, honestly speaking, you just got to tank. You got to tank up. You got to farm up. Get your damage items, because you do outscale them in the late game. So, the longer this game goes on, the more of a chance you guys have of winning. So.
Yeah, if they can pull off the early ganks from Graves, you're right. They could definitely steamroll. So if you double tap a number of somebody, like representing their name, it'll lock onto them. Today I learned.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
Well then. Are you checking the stream? Is everything alright? Is it good?
Yeah, I'll listen to it a little bit more to see what's going on, but I'll see how the volume is and stuff.
No, like we're live and you can see the game and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, we good.
Alright, sounds good. Don't want any more problems.
Sounds like our mics are good balance too. Damn, this pinging war. Oh, he missed the bush. Rest in peace. Who even was that? Let's see. Oh, Sir Everett. You let us down, man. You let us down. The old Scar Award. Well, that wasn't over the Tri-Bush wall, but... Yeah, I really think if Dobrocius can get them ahead, first team, best team, have that, that potential to just roll. It's just going to be hard, man. It's hard to get on the back line when you have a Poppy on the enemy team.
And a Hecarim.
Yeah. Not even including the peel from Thresh.
Yeah, exactly. Something interesting to note, though, is that General Dill actually opted for the TP rather than the exhaust. Maybe the TP would have been the better summoner item, especially against the Katarina, because of that whole double exhaust on the Katarina to nullify all her damage.
Oh! They swapped!
Really?
Yeah, Dill went top, front lash is middle. Maybe they just think that's a better matchup there. I would agree. Katarina does shit on Orianna a little bit.
Oh, does she? I'm not really well versed in that lane.
It's not an easy lane. But Frontlash seems to be doing really well in this matchup. Just getting a lot of poke down onto Symphonia. Just kind of being able to take advantage of the range there with the auto attack proc.
Yeah, I guess it is a better matchup at this point, because Katarina will have to go up and auto minions, and she's not going to be as bulky as, say, a Rise, especially late. Oh, actually missing a ground pound there from front lash. So it's going to be a volatile lane, definitely, but does have the corrupting potions going off.
You're going to want to hope that Dill's gonna get really far ahead of this Rise. I'm gonna move this around on my scoreboard here. Currently, right now, the Rise does have a little bit of a lead. Yeah, you're gonna want to hope that. Oh, Symphonia going in on this kill here. Ignite is down on front lash, and then Graves just comes over and decides, nah, I don't really want you to have this kill. That's a first blood coming for one TBT. That's a big kill right there. The early game jungler Graves getting killed. Sir Everett here comes charging in. Goes on a Metro Falco. Metro Falco is just running away. Does still have flash. Doesn't really need to use it though. Could potentially see Dobrocius heading up there right now. Looks like he's going to walk over a ward, so they know he's there.
They definitely
Probably
know
just
he's
gonna
there.
realize this now, just back out.
So automatically a really good start coming out from first team, best team. Like I said, this is this is the first 3 minutes into the game, and actually Sir Everett is going to try and get a pick over here on Symphonia. He has the red buff applied. Front Lash is coming in. He used TP. Symphonia flashes away and Shunpo's out. Really good.
That was a good escape, though. That
Really
was a good escape. He did have to use his flash, and they didn't use any summoners inside of Team Vi. But, I mean, always better than the kill. Looks like we can have a fight here starting. Here's just a QW coming in. Floodlash is able to stun Metro under the wall. It is a 2v3 for 1 TVT. They're going to try to back out of here. Graves still does have his flash, but it looks like Rise might be on the wrong side of this now. Looks to be possibly getting collapsed in. Sir Everett is going to come in with the charge.
No,
not
actually
gonna see him.
doesn't opt to.
Metro Falco is playing with fire here, but yeah, maybe he didn't have vision of him. I assume he didn't have vision of him. Man, that would have been an easy kill. Oh, they're pinging him now, but a little bit too late. But yeah, I mean, no kills coming over for Team Vi though. They weren't able to pick up anything out of that. So still, first team, best team, having a little bit of a gold lead with that first blood.
Definitely something that they need in the early game. Katarina with with an assist. I mean, it's a stack on her Dark Seal. Would have probably rather to get the kill there. A little bit of miscommunication, but I mean, Frontlash is not exactly in a good space. I mean, he does have the CS lead at this point. Katarina not doing the best when it comes to and actually getting killed into the tower.
Oh, Frontlash knew exactly how to get out of there with the movement speed buff. He knew exactly how many turret shots he could tank there. Might have been a little too much. Symphonia does not have Ignite. He looks like to be trying to go in. Oh, the Q misses from Frontlash. Looks like it's going to be a kill for Katarina. Nicely played by Symphonia. Not really giving Frontlash a wall to use his charge into it.
Yeah, he moved up just a little bit, and that knife really, that little knife really, taking its time to get down and to proc the W passive there from Katarina, ends up giving him the residual damage, and then tanking the minions as well. So not really optimal there from Frontlash. 0-2 already against this Katarina. Katarina will be able to farm up, only 6 CS down. So this isn't looking good for Team Vi at this point. I mean, they still have a lot of time. General Dill has a little bit of CS lead on Metro Falco and getting the damage down. Frontlash is just going in on the Symphonia right now. Doesn't really care that he's 0-2.
Man, Symphonia's about to have Ignite up again, but granted, Frontlash will be level 6 by then, so it won't really matter that much. Probably just get him away. General Dill is just getting this damage down on the Falco up top. QW combo alone is just so strong. He is level 6 now. He gets the Q, the ultimate coming out, does have the W, and the auto attack to finish off Falco. Well played by Dill, knowing exactly the distance of his ultimate, getting that pick right there, getting that level 6 and just going in on it.
Yeah, so at this point, Metro Falco is going to have just an absolute terrible time because Orianna does have that immense range. Actually, it looks like Symphonia going to try and... No, it doesn't really opt in to go all the way in. Doesn't commit all the way. About half health. We'll both run out of potions here.
This is kind of big for the Symphonia to be playing well against Frontlash. I mean, pretty even on farm, but the fact that he has that kill and that assist there, I mean, if he can get another kill, that's going to be, he's got the Dark Seal already, so it's going to be hard to deal with that Fed Katarina, Nice that Dill got a kill up top, though. Kind of put that Rise behind a little bit. Symphonia is ulting. The Ignite is down. That's another kill coming out for Symphonia. Playing that Poppy matchup so strong.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what Team Vi's, their reasoning is here with the lane swap. I think Orianna probably, although it was not a really favorable matchup from what you're saying, maybe wouldn't have been a better matchup all the same against this Katarina rather than the Poppy. Because Poppy is getting punished for almost every single CS that she's taking at this point. So I don't really think that that's optimal in trying to shut down this Katarina, because the Fed Katarina is so prominent. I mean, you say that about every single champion, but especially so at Katarina.
And poor Sadistic down bottom lane is getting his farm all screwed up. Miriam's not even attacking them at all. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, that's Symphonia is getting these kills down here in the middle lane, and that's really going to help them a lot. I mean, like that Fed Katarina is going to be strong, and even in the bottom lane, StarCraft is getting a little bit, 10 farm ahead of here, Sadistic on the Caitlyn, so that's going to be an effective pickup for them. Looks like General Dill and Frontlash did opt to switch back. So gonna try to take this matchup on. Maybe thinking Dill is ahead up top, Symphonia is ahead in the middle. Might as well put them against each other again.
Yeah, unfortunately though, Frontlash is gonna have to opt for that early Spirit Visage because he was trying to survive against the Katarina. So not really being able to take a lot of more of the tank
the
items.
charge for Sir Everett and the ultimate onto Debrocious. He eased away, but it's not going to be enough. That's double buffs going under Sir Everett. It's a big mistake for Debrocious there. That's a big advantage for Sir Everett.
Absolutely.
Oh, Symphonia is trying to get the poke, and he ults. Doesn't have the damage to follow up with it, and now Sir Everett is coming in. No, not going to be able to get there in time. Didn't really have much of that damage to get that kill there. Maybe trying to just fish, maybe see if there's a possibility. But jumps over the Q, getting the damage down. Symphonia does not have his ultimate though. Making some flashy Shun Po plays, picking up that dagger, resetting very well so far.
Yeah, he's gonna have to play a little bit more careful now though. Those command protects are actually mitigating a lot of the damage that that Symphonia is putting out right now. Metro Falco actually getting caught out, probably gonna flash over this wall.
Yeah. Probably could have stayed a little longer. I guess none on his team would have been coming, so it would have been useless.
Well, he also ran the risk of getting charged into the wall and getting stunned as well. So maybe that would have been the best thing. But yeah. So already General Dill's Orianna, the command protect is already mitigating a lot of the damage coming out from Symphonia, and that's what I was saying. Maybe Symphonia didn't have to get those 2 early kills on the Poppy, and the command protect would have just helped out a lot more than the Poppy would have in the middle of the lane. So, a little bit of a questionable call there, Debrocious.
Oh, nice E though. Oh, but doesn't matter. The damage still. Dill's trying to chase this down. The key is coming out from Graves and the ultimate. The damage from Katarina. That's going to be a kill. Mistake there from Dill, putting himself in an unfavorable 2v1 situation. Man,
just a little bit of a misstep there.
You shouldn't think he was there. I don't know.
No, he just didn't really keep tabs on the Katarina. I mean, she had just walked back into the lane, so I'm guessing he was thinking that he was safe a little bit more. Merriman actually making the exact same mistake.
Oh, with the flash! Oh, he's gonna live!
Okay, well that's an reaction.
Flash from Symphonia. They're gonna pick up Sir Everett now. Oh my gosh, this combination, Debrocious and Symphonia. Symphonia is showing his mastery right now in this champion. Doing a very great job of dodging skill shots with the Shun Po, dodging, dodging, was it the Q from Hecarim or the, whatever it was, one ability, but really just juking around, playing that Assassin Katarina so effectively, it's hard to kill her so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she already has 9 stacks there on that Dark Seal. Gonna be looking for more stacks here later on. Hasn't exactly finished off the Gunblade. So we're gonna have to see where that goes as well, because that's just another power spike waiting to happen. Doesn't look like he has enough gold yet for that Gunblade, but once he definitely does finish that Gunblade, I mean, she's just gonna do so much damage.
Yeah, we're really gonna need to see some effective shockwaves from Dill. I think that's the big thing, is their team fight is gonna be so strong with that. But the problem is he going to use a shockwave to kill the Orianna or to get to the backline? And it looks like could be a potential gank coming on here, but Sir Everett's heading down there. Sadistic uses the expunge. They might have an idea of something going on. Miriam does have his lantern up. Still waiting here.
In the wings. Could try to make something happen.
Here comes the lantern. Trying to do it right now. Oh, no, we can sweep that.
Oof.
This could be still potential, though. Here comes the lantern out. He gets... Oh, just a little bit short onto that Alistar. Nice try. Metro Falco putting the damage on Frontlash Pop. Not able to get the kill. Symphonia ults in on General Dill. Gets the Shun Po on him. Gets the
He has the ultimate.
Still has his ultimate. Uses the W proc. Gets those dancing daggers off before Orianna Shockwave is able to hit. Nicely played by Symphonia. Again, picking up this solo kill.
Yeah, and even after the fact, Debrocious was still right there in the mid lane, trying to make sure that everything turns out alright. Merriman with a great hook on Gert, can't really make anything happen from there. So Debrocious is just putting all all the attention here in mid lane, and it's working out perfectly. He is 3-1 right now, as Frontlash is actually making really good work with Metro Falco here. Gets the proc off, but doesn't really come out with anything. But yeah, so he's put so much attention into this mid lane, and he has reaped so much results. He himself is 3-1. Up on farm on the Hecarim. Ooh, Muramon with a great hook here, but it looks like Gert's going to try and bring it back to him. And Sadistic is too low right now, doesn't have any mana. So, I mean, yeah, like I was saying, Dabrosa is just putting all the attention in mid and is able to reap so much benefit, and you know, not really getting punished for the lack of it. And you know, now you're here with the 4-0.
StarCraft isn't taking turret damage though. Gert goes in for the headbutt pulverize. The TP is also coming out for first team, best team, but here comes Jabrocious. Misses, gets the ultimate down, not enough damage though. Oh, they're gonna follow up on it. They're gonna get that 1-0 attack from Pug. Oh, the ultimate from Sir
Oh, he missed!
The dash away though. Oh, nice headbutt from Gert. Might save a life here. The exhaust is coming down.
Shockwave.
Oh, the flash shockwave. Oh, just gonna be enough to finish off StarCraft. Gert's getting the Colossus stack. Gonna go down as well though. There's eyes. There's 1 kill. There's 2 kills. Gets the reset. Dill's looking like the next target down. Still does have red buff. Does not have his ultimate. Gets the Shampoo. Gets damage. The auto attack. The triple kill coming out for Symphonia. Getting those mad kills. Oh, meanwhile, Frontlash gonna 1v1 Metro Falco. Oh, nice flash. Able to get away.
Oh, he wants it. He's
trying.
chasing it. No, it's not gonna happen.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't have the damage yet. Not really doing much.
Doesn't have the damage of that expunge. He's only got a Runon's finish. Doesn't have a IE or anything like that. Damn, nice triple kill though for Symphonia. Looked like a situation in which Gert and StarCraft extended a little bit too far. Dabrocious misses end of the line, only got his ultimate down, but then they were able to have the Katarina, who looks like it's going to obliterate another kill here. Katarina came in after General Dill Shockwave was used, Sir Everett's ultimate was used, everyone's ultimate was used, and he just came in and was able to clean up pretty easily.
Yeah, and the Thresh was already pretty low as well. It got instantly bursted, so couldn't really help out with maybe a play on the Katarina either. Didn't have exhaust as he burnt it at the beginning of the fight as well. So just really bad timing and excellent game timing from Symphonia there, able to roam down and get that triple kill. Ended up being a quadra kill in the end.
Hey man, this is why his Katarina has been banned. He's just so effective on it. I mean, he's playing very well. You can really see the mechanics and the time that's been put in on the champion. He's just playing it very effectively. Oh man, that damage though from Dill.
We haven't really seen a combo coming out from General Dill and Sir Everett yet, so we still need to keep that in mind, because you know, one combo can absolutely wreck that entire team fight. Doesn't matter what the gold lead is. You know, if General Dill is able to hit the 4-man ultimate, and Sadistic can be in the back and just rat-a-tat-tat everybody in his way, I mean,
we still haven't seen that 5v5 at all.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
much. It's in like
So early in the
trading off kills. Trying to get this tower here. StarCraft is just picking at it a little bit. Looks like Team Vi is going to be able to wave clear. The hook's on the Dabrocious, but he's just going to get out of there. Not going to follow up there.
Probably would have followed up at that point. You have General Dill, who does have the Shockwave, can easily command protect Muramon, and to get great position on that ultimate. Sadistic is there too, and he did have his rat-tat-tat, so I'm not exactly sure why they didn't pull the trigger on that occasion. Dabrocious is not exactly the worst target to go in on as well. Maybe they're trying to find the hook onto the Katarina.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm most worried about for for Team Vi, but it looks like they're still dancing around this turret here. Miriam's trying to make a hook somewhere. You can tell he's moving up, moving around. Katarina's coming around for the flank, clearing the ward away. Meanwhile, Metro Falco and Frontlash both head top. Frontlash does have his TP. Metro Falco's probably got another minute on it. But looks like one TBT is going to try to push in this tower here. Looks like they're gonna be able to get it. They do have the range with the Caitlyn. No, the QW combo to wave clear from Orianna makes it pretty much impossible.
Yeah, that's the thing from the side of Team Vi, is that along with the Twitch and the Orianna, they do have a lot of wave clear at their disposal. So sieging in a 4v4 situation wouldn't exactly do much here for first team, best team. So it's looking like they should probably split up and try to try to get a lot more of their advantages across the map rather than trying to brute force this down. Yeah, and you see that there. Sinfonia taking a trade for free with that Orianna QW combo. So
Yeah, I feel like they should almost send Symphonia in his own lane, like you were saying, because he can 1v1 anybody.
yeah,
Just
absolutely.
just send him in his own lane. Let him do what he can do, but just on his own.
Dragon is up. Wait trade. Ooh, Sinfonia with the flash.
gosh.
Command
The
shockwave.
shockwave's coming out. The ignite. He gets the reset. Yeah, nicely played. Using that, the shockwave did stun his ultimate, but not after a couple seconds or two. And then he was able to get the ignite and the damage down on Dill. Picks up another solo kill now. 9-0-3 on this Symphonia Katarina. Meanwhile, Frontlash sitting at 0-3. Maybe that lane swap in the beginning didn't work out in their favor, like they were hoping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not exactly sure where Team Vi's head was at whenever they decided for that lane swap. Don't really think that was in their favor, but it looks like they're going to be able to brute force this down now. So Everett is...
Oh, not going to be enough. Looks like they could potentially get 2 off of this. Looks like Sadistic and Miriam are bottom lane for some reason. Could opt for this dragon. Hecarim is backing now. They're just giving this tower up for free. Looks like Miriam is going to try to come in and stop it. Does get the hook onto Dobrocious. Oh, he does play, but the wrong way. Wrong play.
No, that was still half the tower for absolutely free, with Sadistic being in the bot lane trying to farm up a little bit.
And it looks like this dragon's just going to go right over to them now. Oh, not Team Vi. He's coming to stop this. Hecarim's not quite there yet. This could be a 4v4 potential. The damage is coming out from StarCraft. Frontlash blocks the W from Gert. Lantern's coming out. Gonna just take it to safety. Meanwhile, Metro Falco's pushing top lane. Might force Frontlash to use his P up there to save the tower. Yeah, and there it is.
Honestly,
he doesn't want to miss the wave either.
I mean, honestly, if I was Frontlash, I probably would have just let that tower fall. I mean, honestly, Metro Falco couldn't have really done much to that tower being the rise. So, maybe that TP was a little bit wasted there, in my opinion. I
guess he didn't really see much of a play anywhere else. Oh, the flash stun to the wall!
Yeah, he's dead.
The shockwave. Oh, able to get that final ultimate there onto the rise. Picks him up. Nicely done. Flash stun into the wall by Frontlash. Heroic charge, crushing that Metro Falco.
Really, really good play there, and eventually making that teleport absolutely worth it, getting that pick on the Metro Falco and giving no, actually that kill went over to Frontlash, so
Right.
gonna give him a little bit more gold to be able to finish off a couple of his items to get to that tanky state. So ultimately worth, in my opinion.
It really is going to be interesting to see how they deal with Symphonia when it comes to team fights. Who are they going to make as the primary person? So this is what I was trying to get at before, is, well, as I'm saying that, it looks like there's a play coming up here bottom. Hecarim is coming in with the charge, but the TP's coming in from Metro Falco. Looks like they're going to be able to take this turret. Oh, they all have to back out. Oh, almost going to get a K-win. They're taking a lot of damage. Symphonia is going in. He's chasing down 1. He's chasing down 2. He's getting the damage on the back line. Meanwhile, Frontlash on their turret. Symphonia is just cleaning up. That's a double kill. Oh, it looks like he's going to go down now. The knock-up from Gert's able to keep him alive a little bit longer. That's a triple kill. Way played by Gert, saving the Katarina. Man, Katarina doesn't even have Zonias. I mean, that was so well played by them. What a dive.
He actually survived and was able to push out so much damage, even though he was exhausted by Muramon during the end of that, and was able to survive off of a lifesteal coming out from the Gunblade. Really, really well played by Symphonia. 11-0 now on this Katarina. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal with the Luden's Echo. Just a clear lead. And let's see, if we look at the gold here, 4K above his lane opponent, rushing out 11K in 22 minutes. That is a fed Katarina if I've ever seen one, and that's absolutely what they don't want to see from Team Vi at this point, because with everything that they just burned, through the shockwave from General Dill and the exhaust from Muramon. I mean, what exactly can they do at this point to try and mitigate that damage?
I mean, this goes a lot back to the fact that Dill took TP instead of exhaust. I think if he had exhaust, he'd be in a way better situation, because then you at least have 2 exhausts to deal with it. Looks like Miriam's out of place. Yeah, see you later. Oh, they can get the hook on the Symphonia, but this is going to be a mistake. 5v4, Dobrocious using the ultimate, not hitting anybody though. Are they going to opt to go for Baron? Looks like they're considering it. Pushing out the wave. Are they
Why
gonna
not?
push mid?
Symphonia at this point can pick off 3
They
or
are
4 of
opting
them.
for Baron. Looks like Team Vi does not have any vision on it at all. They are gonna start this up. Team Vi doesn't know right now. No pings have gone out yet.
General
No
Bill and
communication
Hector
of
both have
possibility. Oh, they're pinging it now. Looks like they're heading there now, but Baron is at half health. Looks like it is just gonna go down. Not even gonna give enough time for Team Vi to get there. Team Vi's still gonna maybe try to do this. Could be a bad. No, they're gonna back out now. But they had absolutely no idea. It didn't seem like they had any communication about it even being a possibility.
No, yeah, absolutely. And Sadistic doesn't even have his blue trinket up as well. Actually, no one really, except for the supports, upgrading their trinkets 23 minutes into the game. You know, so they couldn't exactly have vision of it. Mirrorman could, you know, doesn't have the positioning aspects because he's been punished every single time that he's been trying to put a ward by Symphonia and First Team Destiny in general. So vision really lacking on the side of Team Vi, and you know, First Team Best Team's vision can be a little bit better as well. But they do have all of the jungle entrances and exits rewarded. So they're going to be able to catch out anybody, any rotation.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Team Vi will be able to get out. That's fine. Alright, so it's looking like First Team Best Team gonna go ahead and start out. Oh, and Symphonia actually flashes forward, gets the double Shumpo into General Joe, getting up the kill. Frontline's looking like he's gonna be next on the menu. Can he get the Lantern? He does take the Lantern to safety. Oh, Miramon actually with a great hook, but not being able to really capitalize on it. Frontlash flashing out of the way of the Graves ultimate, and Rise is cleaning it up. Symphonia is saying, "Hey, I want seconds." Sadistic, rat-a-tat-tat all the way through. Ooh, the Cerberus is going to be able to charge in there and get him down. Sadistic is still just in the bag, but not going to be able to do anything. Gert's looking for that stun potential right here. StarCraft flashing in as well. Going to be able to pick up the kill.
Yeah, Gert did a really good job of tanking all that tower there. He also used his ultimate at the exact time to protect him. They're going to get one inhib. Not sure if they're going to get anything else off of this. Just going to opt to go for that dragon spawning. What kind of dragon is that? It is a...
That was an interesting graphic. I don't know if you saw that, but Red Buff really just on skates there. But in any case, that was a 4-for-1 with them just basically strong-arming that middle turret and that inhib. Right, they are so far behind at this point. Team Vi is so far behind that they can't even protect their carries. You know, Miramon isn't exactly being able to peel off all that damage that is the Katarina, and Sadistic doesn't have the damage yet on the Twitch to be able to get through the front line that has that's come up in the form of Alistar from Gert.
I mean, plus at the same time, they have literally... Team Vi has literally no defensive items to deal with this Katarina. Dill hasn't finished his Zonias. Poppy only has a Sunfire, doesn't even have a Visage Bill yet. Sadistic has nothing defensive. And Thresh only has a Slight Stone. So, and a Frozen Heart. He went Frozen Heart first! Against Arias Katarina, he went Frozen Heart.
Yeah.
So that's not very helpful. But, so that's perfect for Symphonia. He can pretty much do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter who he tries to engage upon at this point, as long as it's not Cerevit or Frontlash, he will come out. He will come out ahead with kills and possible picks. So, you know, and like you said, even Miramon at this point is very susceptible to just getting absolutely one-shotted by a Symphonia right here. 14-1. Just now finished his Zanya's Hourglass, so he's going to be even harder to kill. Ooh, the StarCraft actually getting caught out there for free. Something that Team Vi really needed right there, especially early. Still hasn't opted to get the blue trinket yet on the side of StarCraft. Definitely would have helped in that situation. Also, laying traps in general in bushes that you don't really have vision of can really help with that.
Yeah, that was tough. You know, there was kind of a cheese bush too. Nice pick though. It was well played. You know, they knew they didn't have vision there. They knew bottom tower was going to be a priority because dealing other ones up and other lanes in hit towers. So they just played that well. It was a good call.
So, I mean, at this point, what exactly do you do here on the side of first team, best team to really close this game out as cleanly as possible? Well, a pick on the Thresh is nice. A pick on the Twitch is nice.
Yeah, they're just cleaning these kills up right now, and Symphonia's still on the back line, coming in now. Does still have his ultimate. Debroshis just trying to get the chase. Dill gets the auto attack on Dill. Dill's putting out the damage to match it up.
Yeah,
and the line coming out to try to push in. Symphonia gets in, he gets the one kill, gets Larissa on the front lash, shields him from Kalen's not going to be enough damage. Looks like Poppy's just going to be able to live. Barely any health. Headbutt Pulverize coming in from Dirt. Maybe that was just a miscommunication there. Symphonia still going! Gets pounded in the wall! Does have Zonias! Does not use the Zonias! It's gonna go down! Debroshis at the same time is taking turret shot after turret shot! They haven't gotten any of these Nexus towers down! They do get their second inhib, but this is only a 2v4, 3v4. This could be a potentially bad situation for first team, best team. Here comes Sir Everett's coming out with the charge right now. He's got his E going, getting that damage down on the Gerd. Gerd gets hooked now. He's gonna go down. Are they gonna try to get other kills with this? Frontlash still seems like he wants these. StarCraft nets away, getting that damage down, just poking the root room for Rise, excuse me, getting the damage down, the stun back into the wall, and StarCraft Frontlash hasn't gone down still. This is another 2 kills coming out for Team Vi. Big comeback here for them, getting these kills. A little bit of miscommunication from first team, best team on what they were trying to do when they were in that Nexus.
Yeah, definitely, and also to note, Symphonia actually did not have his Zhonya's up. If you remember, he actually used the Zhonya's for the initial pick on the Thresh and Sadistic on the Twitch. So he did not have that Zhonya's up to be able to survive that tower dive. So a little bit of miscommunication there from that side. Also, Gert going in for the pick on the on General Dill, not really communicating to his team that, hey, I'm going in there. So they weren't able to exactly follow out, and more or less baiting the team into trying to make something happen after the fact. So yeah, you're right, just a lot of miscommunication there and a little bit of a mini throw. Baron is up in 3 seconds though. So
I think Symphonia just needs to kind of chill a little bit. Don't try to force anything. You know, he didn't use his Zonias in time, but he was like full health and he went for a dive and got stunned into the wall by Poppy. Like, I think pick and choose your battles a little more. Like right now, why did you need to burn your flash there? Did burn the flash to Sadistic, but I don't know. You almost feel like Katarina flash is more important than team fights than it is in making picks.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you 100%. I mean, Sadistic right now 4-2. A pick on the Twitch is great. Don't get me wrong, but keeping keeping the positioning on Katarina right now to make sure that she doesn't die early in team fights is just a lot more valuable than a kill on the Twitch. But it doesn't look they're opting to try and force down this middle inhibitor. General Dill will be back there to be able to wave clear. So just taking jungle. I like this move right here from First Team Best Team. They're just chilling out. They're gonna take whatever they can from the jungle side, and they're gonna let the picks come to them in the form of objectives. They still have Baron that they could go after as well, so they could force a Baron.
Yeah, I don't know why they're just sitting right now at Dragon. You still have Baron. Oh, I guess you don't have Baron buff. Okay, if you all show a bottom lane, they're just gonna get it. They could potentially do it now. Wouldn't be a horrible call. Looks like
looks like that's
Team Vi looks like they might be calling for it. They're discussing the idea. First team, best team is noticing it now, but Vi's gonna have plenty of time to start this though. Looks like they're setting everybody up too. Looks like they're not keeping anybody there to defend it. The whole team is coming up. Team Vi is backing off. Meanwhile, their top inhib is getting pushed in right now. They are realizing this, opting to back out.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why First Team Best Team just didn't opt to take the last two. Oh, Debrosi is actually going in 1v4. Not exactly the best idea. Doesn't have flash. He's not going to be able to get out. Symphonia is actually going to be next on the menu here.
Oh, getting caught. Dill's not going to go down either. But meanwhile, at the same time, StarCraft is pushing bottom lane.
Oh, they're actually
going to try to end the game. The TP's coming in. They're trying to end the game right here. The TP's still coming down. They're trying to peel back. Why would they not just try to end it? I guess they're going to get the inhib and get out of there. Nice play, though. Overall, they got picked twice, but their map awareness there, having someone getting the bottom or pushing bottom and then rotating right to that mid tower was well played.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually going to begin to question, why didn't they just take the remaining two towers to try and get a little bit cleaner, to try and end this game a little bit cleaner, post 5 minutes. But they still do end up getting the mid inhibitor. But like I said, if they probably would have just stayed with the call, they would have given up the Baron. But at that point, you could have potentially taken 2 towers as well as the last inhib. So trying to get Baron minions, Baron empowered minions against double super minions, is a better trade in my opinion. But they still came out on top, and Baron is still up for.
I think at this point, first team, best team, need to just calm down and get a good team fight going. They have the potential. They've thrown in the past, believe me. So I think that's on their mind. They did get another dragon. That's nice. That's 2 Mountain Dragons, 2 Ocean. But I think at this point, they need to group up. They need to get a nice fight. Let Symphonia go off. He has his Zonias right now. His Ignites and Flash is about to come up. So just get an organized 5v5 fight, win the fight, end the game. No more of this 2-person getting picked off BS. Just group up and push.
Something also interesting to know, StarCraft hasn't exactly been in any of the team fights as well. All the fights have pretty much been starting while StarCraft is still trying to move in that general direction. So they really haven't had a true 5v5. And right now, I mean, what is it? 15k up. Oh, looks like Murmon's going to be
Symphonia's trying to chase down Miriam. He's going in too hard now. They're going on to Symphonia. He does have his Zonias. Did not use his ultimate yet, though. Symphonia's able to Shumpo away. Meanwhile, Metromax is putting in good damage there. Dubrocious takes the blast on. He's out of place. Oh, here comes Symphonia, though. He ults it. He's only pick up 2 of them. Oh, it looks like there's no problem. The first team, best team is still chasing this down. The resets, the kills coming out from first team, best team. Gonna take game 1 of the series.
I mean, Symphonia played that correctly. He was just able to go in for the initial attempt at Miramon, but using his Shumpo a lot more conservatively, was able to get out. And then he tried to get, and then he went back in with the ultimate and everything else, and put out the damage that he needed to. He did get knocked up by Front Lash, but at that point it was just too late. The damage had already been done.
Yeah, I mean, Symphonia played that pretty well. He got all that damage down on the Thresh, and then he almost baited out the engage there. When the engage came on him, the rest of his team was able to kind of hold them off for a while. Sir Everest really didn't do a lot of damage on that Hecarim on the back line in that fight, and then because of that, Symphonia was able to save his ultimate and then just pick them all off there.
Man, 35 minutes into the game, and Symphonia putting out 37k damage. That is more than 1.3, I believe, 1.3k damage per minute coming out from Symphonia. That's ridiculous. Tripling everybody on the other side of Team Vi. Wow, that's insane. That's absolutely monstrous. So yeah, that's game 1. Oh, did you set up the MVP vote for game 1? Gregimus?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay,
Sorry
cool.
about that. It's gonna just take me a second to do it, but we could probably end the stream for now.
All right, sounds good. So we're going to leave you guys for just a minute while we get ready for game 2. Make sure to put in your votes for MVP down there in the chat. Greg's got it right now. So make sure to put in your votes for MVP so that way we can interview them at the end of the game. And yeah, we'll be right back in a couple of minutes with game 2, so don't go anywhere.
There we go. Let's see if it worked.